What's going on, guys? Some of the views here, back for another Survivor-related top 10 list. And I'm actually planning on doing at least one of these Survivor-related videos on Wednesday, as I call my episode reviews, but again, I didn't come to do since the season's already almost over. But starting this Wednesday, I'm going to do at least one Survivor-related video. It's either going to be like a look back at a season, or discussion on certain people on Survivor. Basically, I want to do as much Survivor content as I can, because you guys know I love this show so much to death. So, however, I'm going to discuss it for this video. I will be discussing my top 10 best pre-merge Survivor contestants, because since that were brought out before the merge, since I think lasting impression, actually had good personalities, actually impressed everybody on the lasting impression, and I think if they were to return, they would have a lot of potential. So obviously, I'm not going to include any returning players on the list, because I mean, that'd be pretty honestly. So I'm going to include first-time players, and as always, this is my personal list, my personal opinion. I would love to know, Survivor fans, what would be your favorite pre-dream players down below. So, enough being around the bush, let's get started with the list. Coming in at number 10, we have Morgan from Survival Ghost Island, who was the one voted out. Yeah, Ghost Island, guys, now might not be the greatest season. I think it's probably don't set on the decent tier Survivors. There's a lot of greatness, especially at Final Drop Council, but it's definitely all over the place in the editing. But the one thing, it does have some great pre-jury pretty-much players, and Morgan is definitely one of them. Like, she's the one I think had low amount of potential when she was first started to get screen time. So whenever I was like, Morgan seems pretty interesting. Like, she's someone that feels like she's playing a smart game. She has good personality. I thought she was definitely up there as one of my rare picks, honestly. She was actually that interesting. And then she got blindsided in the third episode when the first swap, which is like, oh man. Just like, I don't think anybody saw that coming, honestly. I don't think anybody saw that moment coming, honestly. Yeah, so even though Ghost Island is like the great season, it does play some great pre-jury players, and Morgan is one of them. Now, coming in at number 9, we have Anna from Survivor Kaorong. She finished like 13th, and she was the first one that was voted out during the swap. So she's definitely one of the few people on this list that actually got swap screwed, which is basically when you're actually on a good position in the game, and then when a swap happens, you basically come voted out. That doesn't happen a lot in Survivor, where you're actually on a good position, yet, you know, when swap happens, you basically are like, oh man, I'm probably getting voted out than you are. So again, it's not the only swap screw person you will see on this list. Despite definitely reluctant, I thought she was actually explored a lot of greatness. She's got a lot of personality, and she's someone that could have actually made fun, honestly. And she was part of the B tribe with Michelle and Julia, and I thought a lot of the bonds actually were pretty great. So it was unfortunate that Anna ended up getting voted out as she did. Of all people, she's definitely one of the biggest ones on the list. I actually do want to make a return at some point, because I think Anna displays a lot of potential from how she was playing. Unfortunately, some stuff got the best of her, and she ended up getting swap screwed. Like, even her former ally beat allies high and voting her out. It's what it is. But I really do hope that she's going to return at some point. I really do. Now, coming in at number 8, we have Jacob from Ghost Island, who was the second voted out. Yeah, of all people on this list, Jacob's definitely one that, in terms of potential, he's definitely up there. And someone I think has a lot of potential, that if he were to make a return in one way or another, in some way, I think Jacob actually could make it pretty far, and he could learn from his mistakes. He definitely was on the wrong side of the tribe. He definitely wasn't the greatest. Like, he honestly would have been the first one voted out. Honestly, he probably would have been the first one voted out if he did what's in the Ghost Island, honestly. Let's be real, honestly. He probably would have. I think Jacob's just playing a little bit of an underdog type of character. That's how he was playing, but he was with a lot of fun, a lot of energy. So it was fortunate he ended up being the second one voted out of the games. Yeah, like, even his allies ended up voting him out because they didn't want to, and I mean, it's pretty unfortunate, honestly. So if they had to return, I definitely hope it does this some way. I'm not sure that one thinks that, but yeah. Now, coming in at number 7, we have Chelsea from Island of the Idols. Again, I think that was definitely a great season. I definitely enjoyed it probably more than most people. I mean, of course, there's a dance situation that happened, which you guys know was #1 on my top 10 worst Survivor moments list. And that's one that really breaks the season down for me. Honestly, if it wasn't that much, honestly, it wasn't that much. The season probably been a lot higher, honestly, to be honest. But it does have some great pre-jury players, and I am going with Chelsea. And Chelsea's one of the two people I am going on this list. And while she's never was getting the most confessionals, she's probably the person who's getting the least amount of confessionals of anyone on this list. But I'd say it's more her determination, her smart personality, and all the talent she has is probably why she is on this list. And now we get to another Island Idols person at number 6, and that is Jason, also from Island Idols. Chelsea, she was the 17th person voted out, she was the 4th one voted out, then Jason was voted out 2 episodes later. And probably one of the most interesting episodes of the season, where basically Lane ended up getting like a steal vote, a Blanca vote, and he ends up blocking Jason's vote, and then he ends up getting voted out. Which was pretty unfortunate because honestly, Jason, again, he's someone that only puts a lot of potential, but he's someone that I really should not like as much as he did, but he's gonna help. Some people I know even had Jason as their winner pick. I mean, I just don't blame him, honestly. Some people even had Jason as their freaking winner pick, and I was going to see why. Like, Jason played a lot nicely, he had a lot of fun, had a lot of energy. He thought he was really trying to prove himself and trying to play a better game by not having a couple episodes. And I kind of linked the relationship with Nora as well. So, if they would bring him 6 at some point, I also hope they do. I don't think anybody was even expecting him, Jason, honestly, to get voted out, honestly. I don't think anybody will be Jason. Hell, I'm sure everybody thought it was maybe Dan on the episode, but it ended up being Jason. It was like, oh, not Jason. But, yeah. But yeah, great guy, great personality. Definitely deserves to be on this list. Now coming in at number 5, we have Aaron from Survivor China. Now, if you can include a top 10 best pre-jury list, you definitely have to include Aaron on that list. Like, he's something that people still mention a lot to this day, despite him being voted out third. And he's probably been, in terms of people being swap screwed, he is probably the biggest swap screwed ever on Survivor. And for a good reason, he's definitely the biggest swap screwed ever, because he was actually in a great position in his drive. He had great relationships with everybody, he was in a great position, he was getting along great, but he was a very smart and determined guy. He was playing a great game, but then he and James ended up going to that tribe with Jamie, PG, and Eric, and then when they lost, he got voted out. It's pretty unfortunate because again, I am someone that could have actually made pretty far on Slave. Honestly, that didn't really happen, or if he wasn't the people that was joined, or if he wasn't voted out, or he wasn't like sent to that tribe. I think he probably would have made it pretty fun to the game. Honestly, he was a pretty smart team player, and this one might be, but some people just question come back. Honestly, I don't know, maybe too late at this point, honestly, but I still gotta receive a different Aaron at some point. I really hope so. Now, coming in number 4, and that's probably the most recent big swap screw on this list, in my opinion, that is Ali from Heroes vs. Hustlers. And she was the last person voted out before the merge. And I like Aaron, Ali was actually in a pretty great position in her tribe. She was getting along with everybody, she was in a very dominant position, she was doing incredibly well. But then she got swept to the tribe, but then her former ally Ryan ended up betraying her, and next episode, she got voted out. Which was pretty unfortunate, because I really liked Ali. I thought she displayed a lot of potential. I thought she had great personality, had a great charm and heart to her. And again, she's definitely probably one of the most questionable players to come back, honestly, because of that. Because I think if she would get another chance, she could make it pretty fun to the game, honestly. If she, she was basically, she was in a great position, but again, swap screwed. So it is. Now coming in number 3, we have John Cody from Survivor Bluffers 1, the wife of Candace, who was a returning player from Cook Islands, Phillips, and they compete together on Bluffers Water. And John, I think, was such a great player, honestly. I mean, first off, you can't see why Candace would marry him, and he's just done around great, nice, and yeah, he can. Also in a good position, of course, then got stuff to begin getting blindsided even by his allies. Anyways, with this project, I think John was actually a great player. At the time, he was playing a smart game. He was getting along with everybody. He was very dominant, and something that probably could easily made the game if he didn't lose that fat challenge. Fortunately, which at the end to be the first drop down, but it's fortunate because and then John had someone that had a lot of potential, someone that could have made it pretty far honestly, but again circumstances and all that, but. Because someone I also do hope makes a return at some point. I think he has a lot. Whenever I do a potential worthy players list, like a redo release, that's why John be on the list. To say. Now coming in at number two, we have Ream from Edge of Extinction. Obviously, this is gonna be the only first boot on this list. I mean, I try not to put too many first boots honestly. I mean, some of them are definitely great honestly. I actually might plan doing a best boots list at some point. But that's the reason why people consider Ream probably the most memorable first boot ever. I mean, you can really blame Edge of Extinction for. I mean, you really can think Extinction for that, making it memorable. But honestly, Ream is truly amazing. Amazing. And she ended up being flipping for that, and she ended up surviving all the way through it and getting a lot of screen time, ended up having a lot of great personality moments, and had a lot of great heartfelt moments. I mean, Ream is just a great player, and she was. Fortunately, she had to give her. She's like, honestly, I don't think anybody expected her to be the first one voted out. Like, honestly, God, I thought it was going to be one year to be the first one voted out. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we all did. I'm pretty sure all thought that one is going to be the first boot. And it ended up being Ream. And she had this final review, and she had a long, great moments. Her personality is on point, fire. And seriously, guys, if you're doing like a first boot season or a pre-merge season, definitely bring her back. Like, Ream's a definite player to definitely bring back in some area. She really deserves to be brought back. So what could actually be Ream? Somebody says probably the most memorable first boot. Well, before we get to my number one, let's get into 10 honorable mentions of pre-Dream members that I absolutely loved. They just did not make the list, and those are Figgy, 15th from Life vs. Gen X, Lisa, 14th from David vs. Goliath, 12th place Ace from Gabon, Jervis's niece Marissa, 17th from Blood vs. Water. David, the first boot of Kakiana. Rachel, Tyson's girlfriend, now later wife, from Blood vs. Water, finished 18th. 16th? 18th, yeah, got the. See, which advice in there? Sorry. Liz from Calrong. Vince from Island of the Idols, finished 16th. Liz also finished 16th. Marcus finished 10th from Gabon. And lastly, the person that just missed my list, Cliff from Survivor California. All great players, they just did not make the list. Now, coming in at number one, my favorite, my best pre-jury Survivor player, for me, my question is Alexis from Gakiana. I mean, Gakiana is my favorite team of all time, so I'm sure Gakiana person was going to top this list in terms of best pre-jury players, and Alexis is someone that's always had lasting impression on me from the moment I saw Gakiana, even at a time where I wasn't really the biggest on Gakiana when it came out, and sure, I really wasn't the biggest fan of Gakiana. Honestly, you could blame me like Wiley for that, you could come in for that, but Alexis is still someone that's always stood out to me from that season. She's someone that always made a lasting impression. That's because that she was a very great, honestly, great player. She was definitely a great player, but she was definitely a very smart and determined player. Like, probably one of the most determined players of this season. I mean, she was probably one of the biggest Survivor fans ever, from what it looked like, and she was starting to play a smart, strong game. Just, she generally had the best alliances and the best bonds with certain people. And the fear of her going to her one tribe after the merge is what led to her getting voted out, which was like, when I do like a top 10 best emotional votes, which definitely looks like we'll be doing, definitely expect Alexis to be on that list. Because man, I felt sad when she got voted out, especially how she was crying in her final words. Again, maybe eventually when I do final words, definitely expect her to be on that list. Because wow. Like, I'm trying to get out just thinking about it, honestly. Like, she was very supportive, and she definitely is high up on my players that I do want to turn at some point. Like, seriously, bring this girl back. Please bring her back. But yeah, all of this is why Alexis is my favorite pre-jury Survivor player. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed discussing my top 10 best Survivor pre-jury players. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite Star Future players, and also let me know any other survival lists that you would love to see me do down the road. I would love to know down in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't, be sure to like this video, be sure to share and subscribe, be sure to follow all my social media sites, all the Twitch down below. I am Sailor Moon World from Sailor Moon World Reviews. I will see you next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.